You were born to become someone. We each were, but it might take us a while before we understand or accept that, but that's for each person. And today is January the 13th, and 13 is my lucky number. Many people have thought the opposite of that number. For my life, it was quite different. And your life was different as well. We're each meant to be different. We're each meant to be unique. And when we can do that, we actually cause our lives to become what they could be and contribute to our world. It may not have felt that way to you recently from what you might have been experiencing or what you're seeing, witnessing in our world, but there is order, and that's what I'm going to give you today. When I looked at January 13th of 2025 last year, I looked at what the message was Wilhelm had given us, me and you, and it said, "It is always your fear." And many of us might be feeling that now. But fear is purposeful as well, if you understand it and use it in the correct way. And correct means that it causes you to understand more of who you are. It means that it moves you in some way that you recognize and own your worth and value and why you're in the world. And that was the message that came through the other day. We will convince you of your worth, because that's what we each come to find. But that worth is going to be individual and it's going to be different for each of us. But when we can own it, our lives change, and so does the world. There is an organization in our world, and I had to look at that yesterday. When I saw that message and the corresponding messages that are there, and you'll see the others, it tells a story. And it'll be pretty impossible for you to go through that and to doubt that there's some sort of organization that is occurring in your life, but also in our world. We just figure it out at different times. And different people are given roles, let's say, to come to bring greater awareness, and that was mine. I never thought I would have been here. I never thought I would have been doing this work. If you don't know me, I'm Burnley, and I've been a coach for a long time, but I've did other things. I was a vocal coach for most of my life, but before that I did many, many other things. And then it kept changing. The world keeps changing as well, and so will you. But the changes that occur happen in your consciousness, in that being that you were born to become. And as you do that, you start to see many more beautiful things occurring in your life, and then we can put that into the world as well. So as I looked at those messages and had to acknowledge that I was seeing this organization that I also doubted, that's what we do. We will doubt ourselves. We will have fear, doubt as we move through our lives. But again, they're all to help us come to greater understanding. So after that, I said, let me go a little bit further, which I've done before, because I wanted to see what Wilhelm has given us, because it just came through me. And it's been challenging for many to accept this, including me, because it had never been done before. So I put together a document that I would love for you to have. It's detailed. It goes on into many different things, but for those of you who want to delve into that, you'll get a lot of value out of it. And it's called the Wilhelm Transmissions, because it was orchestrating, telling us the changes that we would be moving through in our lives and in our world, because we are affected by the changes of our planets, our galaxies and stars and all those things that we rarely understand. And as you read the document again, you'll see I've never studied astrology or astronomy or any of that. So it was put together in a way that this could be studied also. Because when we do something that's never been seen in human history, we must give it to others, especially if it's going to be something that could cause anyone to live a much better life, and also our world to become what it could be. We've all felt the changes happening that we've seen in different places, and the division and this, that's always within us. We have to decide that we're going to come together and in the division within ourselves, and that is moving beyond fear and accepting ourselves. That was challenging for me most of my life. But I wrote a book about it as well, Overcoming Fear, A Guide to Freedom. because I knew it was holding me back and it would do the same for others. But now I can leave something for others that you won't have to go through quite that process. But there was more. I couldn't have told you how I received this information. I couldn't have told you why it was so organized. And I'm saying from a year ago because it started being revealed to me that everything Wilhelm had given me was a year ago. And then we start to see it, which is how we evolve, how we learn things. We just don't come into the world knowing anything. We each learn something and then we give it to others. That's called the mass consciousness that we all carry. No one has a control or we've never completed the development of consciousness. We're each doing it. And so then also, I'm going to give you this because in the United States, which is where I live, we've had a lot of turmoil happening. And I saw this morning that our president actually, there's going to be a testimony that's going to happen on January the 22nd. And this is something that's going to reveal many different things, which is exactly the information Wilhelm had given me. So I went back to look at what message came through last year on the 22nd, and it said morals. And that's what we each will come to find, because as you will see in the message, that is an individual thing. It's something that we each come to understand in our own way. But when you come to understand and accept yours, that's when you live the life that you're meant to have, and you contribute to creating a much better life for yourself and our world. But that's what I wanted to give you. Now you will understand what Wilhelm's work has been about. I could have never explained it to you before because we're always growing and understanding things individually and also collectively. But that's what I'm putting out now, and I can actually send this to so many other people who have never understood what I was doing, what my life was about, or what this work was. But now everyone will. You are here to create something wonderful in your life, and as you do that, you will help our world become what it could be. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you soon.